Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Seat Leon, then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 1.8 TSI FR technology, ST, DSG, Euro 6, 5-door, 2018 on an 18 plate, fantastic condition, has done 15,119 miles, 2 registered owners from new, fuel economy, urban 39.8 miles per gallon, extra-urban 55.4 miles per gallon, and combined is 48.7 miles per gallon. Has a top speed of 139 miles per hour out of 178 brake horsepower, 4-cylinder, 16-valve engine. So, beautiful car, on the way up here, great to drive, petrol engine, lots of acceleration, drives pretty much like a Golf, except is probably cheaper and just as good quality. So great colour combination too. We've got rear privacy glass, the aluminium roof bars, multi-spoke alloy wheels. We've just had a new set of Uniroyals put on it all round, and they have shark skin technology, which I'm not sure what that's all about, but it does say the rain tyres, so you know, you've never seen a shark skidding, have you? LED running lights, the chrome grille surround, little FR badge there, nice deep spoiler, and this I assume is, I think it's got collision warning or something like that. I'll have a look when I get inside, but that's kind of like a radar box at the front there. The black honeycomb matching grills there, and the black side light surrounds too. Dechromed around the windows, and it's actually kind of rubber effect with the piano black centres here. Has the integrated rear tailgate spoiler. The boot release button is incorporated in the Seat badge, FR badge on the side there again. Plenty of room, nice low load area. There's no spare wheel, so there's even more load space underneath there. And it's got quite a good design. This rear load cover just clicks into place, and you just knock it down and then it slides away. It's kind of a Skoda design. It's that good. Here we can just knock the back seats down like so. Just pull that. Seat flips forward. That's a good design too. Just say nice and low. And we've got reversing sensors in the rear bumper. In this day and age as well, the number plate could pass off as a personal number plate there. You see it says AX18AZZ, so one for me, I suppose. So easy enough to get the seat back up, just like that. There's little clips at either side just to tuck the seat belt out of the way so it doesn't get trapped when the seat goes down or you bang it back up. I've put my seat forward so I can get in without making any old man noises, and it's very nice and clean in the back. Just looks like a new car. Cloth, grey panels in the centre. The actual seating plate is kind of a rectangular pattern, contrast red stitching. We've got the Isofix rear child seat anchor points, and there we go. This rear centre armrest, 2 cup holders, and also the ski load through so that you can smash your sat nav and cost yourself a fortune when you go skiing. Okay, I'll just take you for a ride in it. Proper key, the flick key, and multi-storey car park weapon. Service history, 8th of 7, 2019, 4,099 miles, Seat Birmingham, 8th of the 7th, 2020 at 7,631 miles, say at Birmingham. 28th of the 6th, 2021, 10,072 miles, WMSS Birmingham. 30th of the 5th, 2022, 13,597 miles, WMSS Birmingham. As I say, it's just done, what was it? It's 15,119 miles. So, back on, foot on the brake. As I mentioned before, it's a really, really nice car. It drives so well. And also, let me just see what have I done with that. This car has Apple CarPlay. Now, it's really difficult, for me anyway, to get under. I can't get my hand in underneath there, and I have to do it with two fingers. So that's made for people with small hands. But once you plug that in, you'll see here it's gone to CarPlay automatically, and that's the best system. I've recently discovered that with CarPlay on the maps, you can send your ETA. So if you're meeting somebody, you can send your ETA to the other person, and they can send theirs to you, and it will show you whereabouts you are in conjunction with each other and how far away you are. So my partner at the garage, John, you ring him up and he always says, say, where are you, John? Oh, I'm just up the road, I'm 2 minutes away. So you tell the customer it's 2 minutes, and then it racks up about 40 minutes later. So I'm going to try and get it on his phone without him knowing, so I always know where he is. Right, so that's stop start. We want that off straight away because that's rubbish. So stop start's off. Here we go. You've got sport, eco, normal, individual. I'm not much one for eco and not much one for sport, so that's just knock the stop start on again. So we'll just put it in normal. It drives really well. And we've got, before I get going in, he's moving the steering wheel while he's driving. And there you go, we'll get that down there. So height and reach adjustable, multifunction steering wheel. Down here we've got cruise control. Quite a good system on the Volkswagen. Just well, it's not quite as good as Range Rover, but then you wouldn't expect it to be. So you've got off and on there, and then you have to just click the top and it sets the cruise control. You can knock it down, pressing the end of the indicator stalk down, and you can increase it, pressing it upwards. So it's a pretty good system. You've got a nice display, nice clear display. That can be changed with these buttons here. So at the moment, you can also mirror this display on the LCD display in the center, the sat-nav display, if you so desire. So that's driving data, select driving data, range 115 miles, average consumption says 30.3 miles per gallon, but it's been sat ticking over there. I've remembered to zero it now. I should really do these things live so that people can tell me what I've forgotten. Like, zero the trip computer so we can see how many miles per gallon it's getting with you driving. Yeah, that's too easy. Anyway, at the moment we're getting 79 miles to the gallon. Now we've just zeroed it. I'm going to put my sunglasses on. There we go. Now then, can I get a bit more comfortable? Yes, I can. Seats are really nice. It's got cloth seats. As I said before, on many occasions, I prefer to look at leather seats, but I prefer to sit in cloth ones. They do hold you in place really, really nice. And they're not too hot in summer, not too cold in winter. So, and of course, you don't have to kill any animals to get the seats in your cars. The Apple Car system is brilliant. You don't need to take your hands off the steering wheel. You can program it. If you just click the voice button for a couple of seconds, the Siri logo will flash up, and you can tell it what you want it to do. You can set the sat nav, you can send a text, you can listen to your text. Suspension's really nice. I suppose we've got a cyclist here, which means I probably can't overtake him for the next 10 miles. Can I give him a yard distance? With a humpback bridge coming, or little brow of a hill there, managed to do it. Gearbox is beautiful, really is good. One of the things with these gearboxes, you do have to have them serviced, but it's not as expensive as having a new clutch and a new dual mass flywheel to have them serviced. And it probably saves you, if it's working correctly, it's less stressful driving. The car will do more miles to the gallon, so it's in your own interest to get it serviced, and it will last longer. It's one of those automatic gearboxes that you have to have serviced. Yeah. Lovely car. You can also knock the gear stick across like so, or the gear selector, and change down, pulling it back towards you, or up by pushing it away, put it back into automatic. You've also got the paddles here, the paddle shift, down on the left, up on the right. It's going down a hill here, so we'll just knock it down a bit, get a bit of engine braking so it doesn't run away with me. Still had to brake. Coming up to certain death corner here. My foot on the pedal here, just making a noise like a little chipmunk. Or we have squirrels at the garage, and when we first moved in, I kept seeing them running across the road. There's a big field across the road, and they were obviously going in search of food. Anyway, I couldn't stand it. I kept rushing out and stopping the traffic and herding them back over to the forecourt. So we've got a big squirrel feeder there now. And I'm not kidding. The size of small dogs, and they munch through about 15 quid's worth of peanuts a week. Now, over the weekend, I've been doing my accounts. And I don't know if anybody knows, is feeding squirrels actually tax deductible, because it's costing me a fortune. So anyway, I got onto that because that squeaking when there's one sat on the squirrel feeder and a smaller one wants to get there, they make these noises, and it's really funny. I must try and video them. So let's just click it into sport here. Let's see what it's like. So that's sport. I mean that's quick enough. That's a nice car. And bearing in mind it's an estate car too, so you've got plenty of room. And very, very versatile. You can have the back seats down, get your fridge freezer in when you're taking it to the tip, or whatever it is you're doing, going camping. I'm just wondering, would you be able to sleep in the back? Maybe. That's in sport. I suppose in this day of age, individual, you can set it up. I just don't want to do that. Oops. We'll put it in eco. Actually, I'll put it in individual, then click the settings. What does that do? So there you can set the steering, that's set to sport in individual, engine sport, air conditioning normal. Is that not sport? What is individual? Steering. Well, I don't particularly like the sport steering wheel. It gives you a feedback that's, you know, an artificial feedback. That's lovely. Air conditioning. Normal or eco. So that's it anyway. You can set it up the way you want, but I think that's eco and normal, nice enough. We do seem to be coasting there. That don't feel like there's any drive. Coming downhill. I do like this car. As you probably know, we John and myself like big four-wheel drives and fancy cars. We've just got a Bentley, which I can't wait. I can't wait to video it and go out in it. But we're taking it to Bentley for a service tomorrow, so I'll do that when it's back. But also we're mindful that we've got a lot of old customers who still like the cars that we used to sell. We only changed up really because we've moved to a smaller place. We're both getting older, grumpy old men, and we've got a smaller forecourt. Our intention was to kind of semi-retire and then retire. However, we moved to a smaller place, but because we've got too many cars and vans for the place, we've had to rent a little compound too. So with that in mind, we've not just got Range Rovers now. Again, we're going, because our customers are coming back to us and saying, you know, we're looking for this, and I'm not looking for a Range Rover that does 25 miles to the gallon, thanks, or a Bentley that does even less. We want a normal car that's economical, petrol, because we don't do a lot of miles in during the day, and we don't want any DPF problems. And so stuff like this, economical, practical, very nice condition. good colour combination, reliable make, everything you need on it, and of course, you know, we had an Evoking a few weeks ago, and it got every accessory virtually under the sun, parked itself, does everything, cameras all round, you name it, it had it. And a chap rang up, and the one question, the one thing he wanted to know was, has it got Apple CarPlay? And the Apple CarPlay, it was a deal breaker. That was it. If it hadn't got Apple CarPlay, it was a deal breaker. And I well understand it. As I say, I don't know whether we may just have internet access here, so we'll just say, send text to Barry.
What do you want to say to Barry?
Just out in this Seat Leon, what a fantastic car it is.
It says, just out in the Seat Leon, what a fantastic car it is. Do you want to change it or send it?
Send, please.
Done.
So that's it. It's as easy as that to send a text. You don't have to take your hand off the wheel. Don't have to touch the phone. And again, annoyingly, when you're driving and somebody sends a text, I have my phone in a leather wallet here. You've no idea who sent the text. I've not got my Apple Watch on. But here, you see there, I've just got a text. Well, obviously, Buzz, you've just sent yourself a text. We just watched you. So, again, a couple of seconds, the voice activation. Read texts.
Barry sent a new message. Just out in the Seat Leon. What a fantastic car it is. Would you like to reply?
No, thank you.
That's everything.
So, you're on the motorway. There's a hold up. You need to navigate somewhere else, or you want to get home, but you can't be driving along messing about with your screen. I think you can. I don't think they've made that illegal yet, but you know, if you don't want to kill you and a load of other people, then here we go. Take me to PR5 4EA.
Getting directions to Preston PR5 4EA.
Now it says go there, but you don't have to do anything if you're driving, so long as you haven't countermanded it. Then that's it, that's the directions now. While I'm at it, the information display in the center there is telling me the time. The time's actually wrong because the hour went back yesterday, or yeah, back, forward, who knows. It's telling me what gear I'm in. Sadly, I've just gone through a load of mud from a tractor, which means I'll have to get this car washed on my way home again. Bottom left is telling me the sat-nav set, and the bottom right is the trip counter. Just listen to this, the beginning, the bass. That's enough. I can't play too much, otherwise I'll get copyrighted or the soundtrack knocked off. But it's, you know, absolutely everything. You just wipe that along, or swipe it along is probably a better phrase. And there you go, audio books. We've got Audible on here somewhere, Audible. New Jack Reacher book.
Have to wait.
Excellent system. The car's nice and quiet. Just go back to driving data. So use those. left and right, and that to select. It's showing I'm getting 43 miles to the gallon, which through country lanes isn't too shabby, I don't think. And then once we get on the motorway, very long legs, good gearing, and the chassis and the steering, you can really, there you go, really dig it into the roundabouts and corners. So impressed, and also those Uniroyal tyres, pretty quiet. I know when I was researching tyres for a friend's car and looking at how quiet and how economical they were, the Uniroyals came up well. And of course, you've got other things to consider, like stopping distance. You go for cheap tyres that haven't got as good a stopping distance, and then because you can't stop when somebody else pulls up in front of you, your no claims bonus goes through the roof. You've got the excess to pay, and you saved yourself 50 quid on some tyres. That's if you survive the accident, of course. These days, you know, a yard stopping distance, if you stop a yard too late, with all the crumple zones on cars and airbags, it's a lot of money. Now, I just don't get this guy. We're not doing 70. He's in the middle lane. Keep braking away. Young lad. Strange. I can only assume he's following that other chap. So also, if I click the top there, that resumes. What an awful colour. The lad over there that was behind the car braking away there, he's all of a sudden he's put a spurt on. I don't know. I'm gonna tuck in here. So it's dead quiet on the motorway, 70 miles an hour. Let's just go back to driving data. Click driving data. It's showing 41.9 miles to the gallon. I think if we sit at 70 with cruise on, yeah, it's ticking up as we speak. That's up to 42.1. And bearing in mind the average is from when we started, so we've already done 5, 6, 7 miles. So I expect to see that tick over pretty quickly now. If we go back to Seat, there's Seat, we can go back to that. Actually, I'm just going to unplug that. And then, so there you go, radio, media, navigation. So that's the only navigation from the Seats. So you've got sat nav, you've got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming. Just go back again. Traffic, air conditioning, sound, full link vehicle, click on vehicle. Just need to drop this down to 50. That pretty much replicates the information you've got in the center there, and it's also this same kind of design. 105 miles before we need to fill up. 14.5 degrees outside air temperature. It's 9:41, not 10:41. I'll try and remember to change that. So click next there. Since refueling, 52 miles. Okay. Since start, 18 miles. 41 miles per hour average. Long term, not a whole lot there to interest me, to be honest. We'll just knock this down to, we're now down to 40 here. There we go, 40. Of course not if you've got an RS6. Rules don't apply to you. If you've got an RX6 that's painted in primer and they've forgotten to put the top coat on. It's a lovely car, nice and comfortable. Electric door mirrors here, electric window switches, your light switches are over here on the right. Here you can change tracks. That's your volume control, and that's your voice activation, which we did before. And I think, oh, I've not changed my watch either. Could do with a Starbucks. Take me to Starbucks. Ah, I've unplugged it.
Please say the full address, starting with the city.
Alright, so you can do that as well. Starbucks.
Did you mean Berg St. Peter?
No.
You can say an address or line number, or say, enter address again.
Enter address again.
Please say the full address again, starting with the city.
Preston, Capital Way.
Did you mean Preston?
Yes.
There are multiple entries for Preston. Please say the line number.
Preston, Lancashire. 5.
Line 5. Preston. Please say the name of the street.
Capital Way.
Capital Way. There is no house number data available for this street. Please say the name of the intersecting street.
I don't know what the intersecting street is. I just want Capital Way. Starbucks.
Pardon?
Starbucks.
Would you like to start route guidance to Preston, Capital Way?
Yes.
The routes are being calculated. Please select a route.
That's the fastest one. But my fingers don't work on it.
Please follow the M6 for 3 miles.
So there you go. I prefer Apple CarPlay. But if you've not got an iPhone, you can still do it that way. And to be fair, it's a lot easier than I've just made it look. I chose one address that there's no house numbers or anything, or it's an industrial estate. So it's all good. We've also got hill hold there, or automatic handbrake, something else I don't particularly like. Just a very, very nice car. Very nice, very handy, economical. Let's just go back to the driving data. We're up to 44.7 now, and that'll just climb up. Of course, if we, as I say, if we started our journey on the motorway, that would probably be up in the 60s and not have to make up for the several miles we did through country lanes, where it wants us achieving as many miles per gallon. So I'm going to leave it there. I mean, it's a great car. I can't find anything wrong with it whatsoever. We just had new tyres on it. It's not long been serviced. It's lovely inside and out. Starry there. Very, very nice car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.